This is CnFSimulator A320 VMT. It puts a complete A320 on your computer, over 200 maintenance tasks, more than 20 aircraft systems. Your students get real practice. No aircraft required. Instructors run everything from one screen. Assign tasks, inject faults, watch every student in real time. Full control, no chasing around. The student gets a task. The work card opens automatically, bilingual, step by step. Same format as the actual AMM. Nothing to figure out. Flip a switch in the cockpit, the system schematic changes instantly. Students actually understand what's happening, not just going through the motions. The virtual cockpit is modeled after the real A320. Every switch, every EK message, it responds exactly the way the aircraft does. The 3D aircraft ties it all together. Ground equipment, external services, real line maintenance ops. Touch the aircraft, the cockpit responds immediately. Let me just show you. Hello everyone. Let's introduce this aircraft. 5 maintenance simulators. This set of software. It includes teacher training management software, student training operation software, virtual aircraft environment, and cockpit simulator, and dynamic schematics. In addition, the flight simulator software can support the simulation of flight scenarios. Among these software, the teacher seat is mainly responsible for communicating with each student seat, status and experiment settings, etc., and the selection of engine models. The experiment types cover maintenance adjustment and removal and installation, troubleshooting, engine ground checklists, and engine test flight and troubleshooting tasks. These tasks when setting them are sorted according to the ETA. Then you can set different tasks. In addition, the function of the teacher's seat, there is a basic function here, which is the student seat, a control of whether these functions can be used, including the viewing of maintenance cards, and the access to experiment guidebook, and writing experiment reports, and various information of students. Thing of operation information. This is the teacher's training management software. The main function is to communicate with the student seat and set up experiments and fault points. Student training operation software. This software is used to communicate with the cockpit and dynamic schematic and virtual aircraft, and communicate with the teacher's seat when the teacher sets up the experiment. In the task receiving column of the student seat, the corresponding task can be received, and the student seat, we can set up the aircraft, can make some presettings such as connecting external power, nitrogen source car, and other maintenance equipment, and quickly locate various commonly used panels in the environment, and quickly complete the APU quick connection to the engine and calibration, etc., and quickly complete in the setting of flight plans and other functions. Then this work card, ebooks and reports have the same functions as the teachers, and you can open the corresponding content. This is the student's practical operation software. And the third one is our virtual plane. In this virtual aircraft, we can support maintenance training. We can use tools and equipment, and the use of aviation materials, etc. Then, we can borrow and return simulated tools. In addition, in the virtual plane, we can perform many testing, disassembly, and maintenance tasks. For example, we can enter the electronic equipment compartment. Use a work ladder to open the corresponding door. And then enter the electronic equipment compartment to carry out assembly and disassembly training or in troubleshooting work. To disassemble and assemble abnormal components. In addition to this compartment, other compartments on the plane, such as the front cargo hold, the rear cargo hold, the engine area, landing gear compartment, hydraulic compartment, etc. These areas can be used for corresponding maintenance operations. Okay, the next software is our dynamic schematic. The dynamic schematic diagram can be adjusted, such as the experiment sent by the teacher's seat. To display the schematic diagram of the experiment, and in the fault class experiment, we can display it in multiple layers. The first layer shows the schematic diagram of the system. The second layer shows the connection of relevant lines. And on the last layer, we can check the circuit. We can use a multimeter to check the continuity of the line, check and power supply check. In addition, we also have a flight simulator on the student side. When you need to observe and operate the system, observation and operation, we need to use this software to support it.